We are now into the second half of the school year. Exams are happening, tests are frequent, stress is high. So how can we study smarter, not harder, and get the results we want? Joining us this morning with some tips is learning strategist Deena Schaefer. Great to have you, and this is so timely. I was just telling you, one of my children really had a tough time last night because she was so overwhelmed by all the work. And we needed to come up with a strategy. So these are great tips I'm excited to share. Okay, let's talk about how to study smarter, not harder. You have some strategies. Let's start with the 3-2-1 method.
Yes, this answers the question for students of, well, how soon should I start studying? Students are really, really good at putting that, right date in their agenda or in their planner, but they don't usually write down and commit to, but how far in advance? And with all of the deadlines, the labs, the readings, the essays that students have, studying for a test that's a few weeks away, it just keeps getting pushed off and pushed off and pushed off until we're now cramming the day or two before.
Right.
So 3-2-1 says this: for a final or a big exam, start 3 weeks before. For a test, start 2 weeks before. And for a quiz, start 1. Shorter windows, so 45 minutes, with space in between, a day in between. That's gonna lead to a way more confident test.
Well, and that's something concrete that we can all understand. What is non-toxic productivity?
Yes, well, if you ask any student right now, how are you doing? What are they gonna say? I'm depleted, I'm burnt out, I'm exhausted, I'm overwhelmed. We want better for our learners. And if we look at what the research says, a quarter of students are getting fewer than 7 hours of sleep. A third of students aren't meeting the physical activity guidelines, and half of students are lonely. But these well-being strategies, they're not nice to have. They are critical to academic performance. They give us a sense of belonging, of perspective, rest and sleep and movement. These help with memory, they help with attention, and we could all use a little bit more focus. These are essential learning strategies.
So when we say non-toxic, what exactly are we talking about?
It means we're not running ourselves into the ground. We're not scheduling, studying to the 15-minute increment. We are not borrowing from our sleep. We are boundarying that and protecting that. We are hanging out with our friends because it reminds us of the fullness and balance in life, and we're making sure that we're resting in between.
Not everyone studies, we know, in the same way or on the same schedule. How does a person's chronotype play into their efficiency?
Yes, so even within a student's really busy schedule where they've got so many deadlines and so many classes, I want students to really lean into and reflect, wait a minute, what are your rhythms? What are your kind of inbuilt cadence? We all have one. There are times when we're likelier to be alert, and there are times when we're likelier to be drowsy, reaching for caffeine, reaching for sugar, anything to kind of pick ourselves up. And I want students to work with their innate chronotype instead of against it. And you'll hear all these animal metaphors like, are you a morning lark? Are you a night owl? And whatever we call it, I want students to really think about, when are you likelier to have energy and focus? When are those things going to be on your side? If you are a morning lark, if that's when you have your fullest energy, please don't try to study at night. It is going to not go very well or efficiently.
What about AI? Can we use AI to help us study more effectively?
I'm so glad you asked this. And so most students, what do they spend their time? I teach 250 students each semester at TMU, and the hundreds of students we help at Awaken Learning, how do most students study? They rewrite their notes.
Right.
Beautiful, gorgeous notes. None of that is studying. What are students actually asked to do on a test or exam? Solve problems. That's what we want them to practice with, and AI is a superb tool for that.
How?
Because you can ask AI, whether or not your teacher gives you a mock exam, a practice test, whether there are questions connected to a chapter, ask AI, I want a mock exam, multiple choice, short answer, long answer.
Yes.
And anytime you feel a little bit confused, like it's not going very well, ask for more questions. There is no better way to prep for your next test.
Oh my gosh, if we had access to that when I was growing up,
I know.
it would have been so helpful. This was so helpful. Deena, thank you so much for coming on today. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Good luck to all the students who are writing exams.
Yes, agree.